Hello everyone, good morning. Got some early birds in here I see. Rachel, morning. Jaco, good morning Dub, and Rachel. Hello. JMR Leroy, happy Town Star Friday everyone. Coinman, happy Friday. Dave, hello Dub. Welcome everybody to the end of the Starlight Market Box competition. This one I'm calling the Valentine Starlight Market Box because we've had so many. Legend, hi. Drew Mercado says he's first, but not really. Jukesies, hello. Spartans, happy Friday all. Drew says don't forget to like, guys. Appreciate that. Leveling, hey. Jaco says here comes the music. How'd you know? Let's see. Okay. Well, I left this running all night and I don't think it disconnected at all, right? It's been running 8 hours. There we go, 100 per hour, just like the thumbnail said, exactly 100 per hour, perfect rate, I think. Not enough for top 10, figured. And yeah, it was high, like it was close to top 10. Just right under Lolo Kobo, so he's making a little bit more than me. 743 mil. I would have needed to make at least 110 per hour, probably like 115. And that was not gonna happen. Not with this. Well, actually I do know what would have done it. If I had an ice tower, I probably could have hit that rate. But I think that NFT is not very useful. The only thing that Ice Tower is useful for is chocolate covered strawberries. Otherwise, it's not useful. But yeah, wow, anybody that happened to have an Ice Tower got a big advantage here. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, that Ice Tower NFT, the reason it's helpful for this is because it lets you craft chocolate covered strawberries with 1 chocolate bar instead of 2 chocolate bars. So you can cut your entire chocolate production in half. Like I could make more sugar if I wanted to. I'm actually overproducing sugar anyways, but chocolate is pretty much what limits me. I can't go up beyond this without having to make cocoa trees, and I don't want to do that. But regardless, very good rate, and I'm happy with getting top 25, of course. Friday the lucky 13th. It's the 21st. What do you mean by that? Mayday City, good evening. Hello. Cohen, hey. Hello, dub members and duck lovers. Jacob just waiting for the last batch to be sold. 198 now. Sweet, you'll make top 225 then. Yeah, happy Friday, mate. Mad City. I might be saying your username wrong, but welcome to the stream. Alex, hey. Happy Friday, dub and all. Hope everyone had a successful competition for sure. Rank 13th, you are right. I thought you meant like Friday the 13th, not rank 13th. Sure, I guess 13th is a lucky number. I just see it as high top 25, high top 25, which is good. Let's talk a bit about the next competition, which Doug released the details for yesterday. I'm gonna pull up Discord for this. I read the requirements, but like I didn't pay as much attention as I should have, just because I wasn't planning on practicing yesterday. I'll start practicing on it today, but it doesn't seem complicated. Some of you might disagree, but to me it doesn't seem that complicated. Girl Gamer, welcome! Hey guys, sorry, late to the party, no problem. Welcome, Girl Gamer. The meta is going to be to sell the Fragrance Diffuser, which is a new item made in the Arts and Decor shop. All the cash boosted stuff from this competition is going back to normal, of course. I'll talk more about the cash boost in a bit. But we are going to get a plains biome, and the only useful thing is going to be the mountain on the south edge. You're going to need the mountain to make chromium and limestone for the molten glass, which will be required to make this. Unfortunately, no desert biome which sucks because you're gonna need a lot of silica. And no river, which sucks because you need a lot of water for the vanilla, mostly, but for other things too. Trade time's still the same, so that's cool. They haven't bothered messing with this. So the fragrance diffuser, 2-minute craft time, I guess that is kind of high. I didn't even pay attention to what that was at first. It's gonna require 10 vanilla beans, 10 peppermint, 1 molten glass. The problem here, I think, is the 10 vanilla beans. That's, well, if you guys did last week's competition, right, you know vanilla beans take up so much space, right? And have such a high water requirement. So 10 vanilla beans to make one of these. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple of spots. And even if you have like a bunch of, for those of you who own vanilla stands, for those of you crazy people like me, even if you have a lot of them, you probably still won't have enough to cover all the arts and decor shops you'll need. So I actually don't expect people to have full passive vanilla beans, even like top players. Well, maybe the top 3 is an exception, but like even top 25, I don't expect them to have full passive vanilla. Or same thing with peppermint. I guess anybody that happens to have the corrupted peppermint stand can finally use it and get a good advantage. I actually don't even have that one. But peppermint isn't that hard to make. The craft times aren't that high compared to the vanilla beans, so I'm not worried about that one. Molten glass, personally, I'm not worried at all, you know, because I can make molten glass very easily with my mineral stands and glass factories. In terms of the no NFT design, I don't expect it to be that difficult either. Except for the silica part, it probably have a couple of Red Timer Send mines. Some people were confused about this little segment right here. It says regular meta. That's just how much stars and cash the fragrance diffuser gives with standard values. That's what that means. The star boost for fragrance diffuser is actually right here, 94,500 stars. So it's definitely going to be competitive. Yeah, I saw a few people asking about that. They were, they misunderstood the star boost for it. Vogue, hello. Vanilla only takes 3 water. It's just a 5-minute timer on vanilla that makes it bad. That's true. Yeah, my bad. That is true. Bamboo Shoots is the one with the very high water requirement. Vanilla doesn't actually need that much water. It just needs well, it just has a high craft time. You're right. Legend top 500. Nice. Yeah, at least there's that. You're right. I actually thought it was gonna need so much more water. You're just gonna need a bunch of vanilla beans. And I know peppermint needs 3 water as well. DeFi, hello. It's made in the arts and decor shop. So if you were here when Doug first released the hint on the meta, it had said Epic Arts and Decor Shop, which I figured it was a typo, right? But that's kind of concerning if it was only made in the NFT version of it. But yeah, it was a typo. And that typo led me to, you know, the hint on the NFT set, which happened to be the Epic Art and Decor Shop. So he kind of accidentally hinted it before he intended to, maybe. But yeah, Epic Art and Decor Shop is what it said at first, and that turned out to be the NFT sale. I'm not gonna read all that existing NFT impact. So this one will have Gala rewards and an NFT reward. The bulky lumberyard, which I guess was originally gonna be for last week's competition, I figure they probably did not have the NFT ready, hence they didn't want to actually reward it for I say last week's competition, but I'm really talking about this one that's about to end. It was originally going to be the reward for this one, but no longer, because they delayed it. So next week's competition should have the bulky lumberyard blueprint, whatever. I actually don't think it's going to be that helpful, but Who knows? Maybe. Maybe it'll save you a spot in some situations, but probably not. But this meta seems simple to me. What do you guys think? Like, to me, it seems simple. And I'm looking at it at both perspectives. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at it in the point of view of me using all my NFTs, right? Molten glass isn't an issue. The rest of it is just vanilla beans and peppermint fields and just trying to balance both of those mostly. But also the no NFT point of view, it's similar. I'm just gonna have to make the mines and the sand mines, right, to make the molten glass. There's not a lot of moving parts. I think that's probably a good thing. Like, we could use an easy meta every once in a while, right? Because I think this is easy. I actually think this one is easy. DeFi says much less products next week. Yeah. Sounds easy to me. It can be annoying, sure. If you want to say it's annoying, I agree with you, because yeah, your sand mines are all going to be on a red craft timer. You don't have the river, but that shouldn't even be that big of a problem. But to me, it seems easy. We'll see how it goes once I make the build, but it'll probably be easier. Shanra does say it's easier, but nothing about this game is easy. Right. Vulture, hello. Might bulky lumber card apply to fundamentals? And morning? Yeah, morning to you, Vulture. Well, I kind of doubt it. It would be cool if it did, but I doubt it. It might apply to the lumber storage or even the wood sheds. But once again, I'm not too sure. Yeah, nobody really knows for sure, Vulture. It's a good question, but nobody knows for sure. And I kind of don't think so. Woman says no river makes it hard on no NFT players. So yeah, because then you need a couple more pawns. I think it's just more of a nuisance than really difficult coinman. You waste a couple more spots on pawns. If it was a very high water requirement, like I thought it was for a moment, it definitely would be more impactful, like so many more spots wasted on pawns. But this 3 water requirement for vanilla beans and peppermint. I mean, you still need 5 water for all the trees, right? Because you'll need to make lumber for the chromium and limestone. So there's that, I guess. At least you're not going to have to balance lumber between different objects, from what I can remember. O-Town says, shame it wasn't this week. Would have been nice to get luxury card. Don't think I can make top 5 without an corrupted peppermint sand. You're right, O-Town. You did very good this time. No, you always do very good, O-Town. What am I saying? But top 3? Yeah, it looks like it went top 3 this time. Nice. You're so close to beating Pyramid too. You're so close. I guess he caught on. Dang. Unless... How much? Nah, that's probably too much of a gap. Unless he got like 500 boxes saved up somewhere. Which I doubt it. That wouldn't make sense. Definitely would be funny though. Grandma, hello. Jacob, does sand mines benefit from salty fields? No. Salty fields, salty effect, or even the Haunted Maze Zone 3 do not affect the sand mines. The sand mines, if you want an NFT to help you there, the only useful NFT is the Sand Castle to help give the arid or sandy effect, as I call it, to your sand mines to make them a green crowd timer. I guess the alternative is a silica stand, but that's the more expensive option, right? Vogue says, I agree, easier. Even wood would be low amount required. Yeah, or for me, you know, no wood. Right? Right? No lumber? I don't think I need lumber for me personally. Because I got the corrupted stands. So I'm just going to have tractors making... Well, collecting the peppermint and the vanilla beans. And a bunch of arts and decor shops. So yeah, I actually don't think I need any trees. We'll see how that goes later today once I come up with something. My name is Jeff. Low count of trees and other crops need 3 water only. Yeah. The new list Rotos. Hello. Hi Dub. Thanks for all. Top 400. Congrats. Hey now. Says hi friends. Late as usual. Welcome. Hey now. You're just in time for the end of the competition in 2 minutes. After this, I'll go to the daily challenge server to finish my daily challenge. I had it running on offline, so it pretty much should already be done. I know it was to sell lumber and wood box. That one takes longer than the other ones, I think. So overall, I think next week's competition is pretty easy. Sure, you might have some annoying things about it, like red timer sand mines or no river, but in my opinion, it's part of the challenge. I'll talk about the NFT, sure, including the leak/rumor NFTs. But first, I'll talk about the official NFT going on sale today. Arts and Decor Shop Epic. We already have a rare Arts and Decor Shop also. The Epic one is smaller, takes up only 2x2 size, and it gives 10 town points. 250 bucks. It's only $50 more than the rare, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Not necessarily. And this one, very similar to the rare Arts and Decor Shop. It gives a 50% craft time reduction to all Arts and Decor shops. The rare one gives, I think, 35%. I'm about to get kicked off the server here because the competition's ending. But does it say here? 25%, my bad. Rare is 25%. Epic will be 50% craft time reduction to Arts and Decor shops. So that's pretty big for Arts and Decor shops anyways. And once again, congratulations to everybody who made it in the competition. Hopefully you all made a good rank. At the very least, top 1200 for those new players out there. Chanrat says, it felt like I was running a lumber rush in the daily challenge. Had like 12 mils. It wasn't fun. Don't recommend trying it. Yeah. That is what that daily challenge is, though. It's basically a lumber rush. You're right. Let me... Oh, first of all, right, confirm 13. There we go, lucky 13, like Spartan says. I had a pretty good lead compared to Heavy Rain over here on 14th. I guess he was making like 90 per hour. Let me load this up. It's gonna take a bit. Okay, maybe not too long. Spartans 28th. Nice, pretty closer than I thought. Yeah, Vogue, my first top 225. Congrats. Tony Roy 815. Yeah, it's not bad. Juxie's 300k different from top 225. Yeah, that's actually not that much, right? That's like what, 5 boxes, 1 sale of boxes. DeFi says NFT a bit too specific for me. I need many others first. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't recommend this NFT because it's meta specific, right? Also, the only reason I picked up the rare Arts and Decor shop was because it was on sale for 125. I thought that it was okay considering it'll help me for the metas that require the Arts and Decor shop, right? This one, like, I would consider it, but like it would probably be a better idea to just wait until this one goes on sale also, because you know it's bound to happen at some point. Like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna get it, right? Like, I'll definitely consider it because I don't know, I haven't practiced for this upcoming competition, though I don't think I even need it. There's probably an NFT that would go on sale at some point in the near future. A 2x2 size could be nice if you have a bunch of stands surrounding it. But overall, it's not worth it. It's not an NFT I would recommend. There's only very few people at the top who would consider it because they're not going to waste as much space on vanilla beans, peppermint fields, or even the whole molten glass setup. Yeah, like the only people who would even consider this who are people who have those things that I just mentioned. Dave at 183, very nice. Jeff 146, highest rank forever for me. Congrats. Oh, he was 227? Dang. Grandma, 85. Congrats on top 100. Alex, this is what, like your second competition and you're already getting top 225? Very nice. I think you're much better than you thought you were. Because I remember, I think at first you said, I hope I get top 1200. I'm like, you're gonna do better than that, don't worry. Mega said, forgot to put clay on auto sell. Oh, yikes. You barely made top 1200, but yeah, I guess you normally do better. Captain 166, of course, the captain always does very well. I think you usually don't say your rank captain, but you're a top player. You probably sold some NFTs though, didn't you? DeFi 293 place for me. Sweet. So yeah, this NFT is okay, but not really one I would recommend, and I don't really see many people considering getting it right now anyways. It's not as bad as the Flourish chart, at least. That NFT is not doing good at all. I don't think anybody's bought it actually. I haven't checked today, but pretty sure nobody's bought it. I can talk about the rumor leaked unofficial whatever NFTs as well. This is done. I just need to place all my NFTs. Whoa, that's from the solar panel. That's right. City 90 top 100. Really? DeFi, yeah, 293. ROG 124. Very good. That's just from selling lumber and wooden boxes, I guess. Oh, okay, so you sold them all and you bought a couple back for this week. Interesting. Okay. So you tried to quit, but you couldn't? Why? No, I'm just joking. Let me try to remember. I'm gonna go on NFT Harbor. Let me pull up NFT Harbor. There you go, NFT Harbor, awesome site to use if you want to buy NFTs, of course. I have a video on it explaining how to use it. Okay, I remember the Liberty Bell, of course. That's the one people were talking about. So just to mention first, if an NFT is minted on Gala chain, it will show up on NFT Harbor, even NFTs that aren't officially announced. Just so you know. So like you can always like mess around with the search bar and try to find potentially the next NFT that might come out, right? Or shelved NFTs or something like that. So long as it's been minted on Gala chain, it should show up here. So the first of a couple of unconfirmed or maybe upcoming NFTs, we don't know. Once again, unconfirmed. These aren't going on sale yet. Maybe they will, and maybe descriptions will change or whatnot. We don't know. But the first one that is very controversial here is called the Liberty Bell. It's apparently a legendary one, and the description says that it reduces the craft time of everything by 15%. That's like a full set of Miranda skins doing 10%, but this is 15%. Or this is the same as like 15 rare birdhouses, right? But the very controversial thing is that it says it's stackable with other Liberty Bell NFTs. So this leads us to think that if this NFT comes out, you could buy like 20 of them and get your craft times very, very low. I think somebody did the math. You would need to use 30 of them and your craft time would be near zero. Supposedly, right? It's multiplicative, so don't think you could get 7 of these and your craft time's negative 1 second or some crap like that. That's not how it works. But if for some reason you were to place down 30 and it does stack, craft time would be near zero, which just makes the game into how fast can your workers move to get everything done. This NFT, if it is stackable, is way too overpowered. Of course, it would kill almost all their future NFT sales, which doesn't make sense to do. If it's not stackable, it will be a sell-out NFT like the Medieval Tavern. And it would still be very powerful, but it wouldn't kill their future NFT sales because you can only have one of them, right? And if it's like a low supply, then it's mostly just favors the top. I don't I'm not a fan of these type of NFTs. Not really, like, I'm not really even a fan of the birdhouses because I feel like they could do smarter things than just craft time reductions. The Miranda skins have been around for a long ass time and they wanted to give those utility, so I understand the fact that they gave those movement speed and craft time reductions. But I really don't think it's a good idea for the team to keep introducing global craft time reduction NFTs. I didn't even like the open corrupted packs, but they wanted to sell the corrupted packs. They wanted to give more utility to that very controversial sale as well. If anybody of you have no idea what I'm talking about, the whole corrupted sale, I was not a fan of that. I don't think many people were. But yeah, that introduced another craft time reduction NFT that's now in the game. There's not very many of them, which is a good thing, but it's out there. And I own 10 of them, of course. So I hope this NFT doesn't come out, obviously. And if it does, I hope that it, at the very least, is not stackable, right? Because that would be very bad for the health of, well, yeah, I would say the game, but their NFT sales as well. They wouldn't want to ruin their own crap. And also, I think that if this NFT was going to come out, it would have already come out. This NFT, as well as some other ones we'll talk about, seem to be related to... I could be wrong, right? This is speculation. This seems to be related to President's Day. I feel like if they approved these NFTs, they would have sold them for President's Day, which was just a couple days ago. If you don't live in the United States, you might not know what President's Day is, I guess. So I understand that. But yeah, I feel like they would have already released this NFT if it was approved, which I guess it probably wasn't. But, you know, they could rework it and release it in the future. Who knows? Maybe these NFTs could be released for 4th of July or something, right? Maybe. It could make sense. You'll probably understand why in a moment. So let me know your opinions on the Liberty Bell before I look at the other NFTs, because I think most people are against this one. I'm against this one as well. And if they come out with an announcement saying they're going to release this and it says it's stackable, I would tell you guys, I can't really tell you guys what to do, but I would recommend that you tell them that this NFT is very bad. They should reconsider it. They shouldn't release it at all, but for the time being, it's not confirmed. There's no official announcement saying it's being released. So there's not really a reason for us to worry about, but it is still concerning that they even would consider this idea. Like, obviously somebody had to do the artwork, and it's not even the artist's fault, right? Like, look, the artist is another team, so the artist has nothing wrong to do with this. They did a good job with the artwork, right? The artist is not the one doing the utility. The developer or the engineer, whoever's doing the utility, they're probably the ones to blame if they think this is gonna work, or maybe they thought it'd be a good way to sell it, which they're probably right, but they need to think about the actual game. Grandma, morning. Defa says if it does not sack, it could be okay. Yeah, like the tavern. And remember, the tavern was also a controversial NFT, as many others have been. But the tavern, if you guys remember when the tavern came out, it was originally going to be a 50% movement speed boost, which was insane. Insanely overpowered. They reduced it to 20%, which was still very powerful. The tavern is one of the best NFTs to have right now, even at a 20% movement speed boost. Imagine if it was 50% though, it would have been absolutely insane. But you know what they did end up doing? They ended up selling the rose bushes, which basically give you that other movement percent bonus that you could have gotten from the tavern, but way more expensive to get all those rose bushes to get that percentage, right? But they should learn from that, right? They should learn to split the buffs into multiple NFTs if they want to improve their sales, which I would think that's their goal. Jaco says, I will buy 7 of the Liberty Bells and everything will be instant. Not exactly, not with 7, but it would be insane. Summary, once again, not official, but it was leaked by a community member who saw it. I think it was actually leaked by Nacho. But it was leaked by somebody who saw it and were concerned by the description, for sure. It's concerning. Let's look at the other ones, which may also be concerning. White House. And these are all patriotic NFTs, I want to say. But once again, that's kind of why I mentioned President's Day. So White House description says... Oh, Rog says, is the artwork recent? I have, well, I'm not really sure how to confirm that, Rog. I don't know, but you can see the NFT, how it looks like. You see this design, not the actual White House design, but the frame, like the legendary frame of the NFT. The new artwork team is doing this. Man, I'm not doing a good job at explaining it, sorry. But I think it's the new artwork team that did the frame, at least. So it probably is the new artwork team doing these designs. Anyways, the description for the White House is reduces global wages by 15%. It's stackable with other White House NFTs. Gives you 10 top points. So I don't actually think this NFT is overpowered, and here's why. They just tried to release the Flourish art, which nobody bought, and that one was what was it? Let me look it up in the Townstar Playbook, which has all the information you need. Nobody bought this NFT, so nobody remembers what the heck it does. Flourish Heart gives 25% reduced wages, which is not as good as Stars and Stripes, and it's not as good as Gala versus the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so right away, this NFT is not overpowered. Also, it says this NFT is stackable with other White House NFTs. Once again, the reason I don't consider this overpowered is because the Gala versus the Mediterranean Sea already stacks with itself, and it's 30%. There's gonna be absolutely no reason. If this NFT comes out, right, there's going to be no reason for anybody to get it unless they absolutely love the White House. Because this NFT is better, Mediterranean Sea, right? So that is why I don't consider this one overpowered. I'm not that worried about this one. That's basically it. Right, I don't think this one's controversial at all. Let's look at the other ones. Patriot. There's 4 of them, right? So we'll try to be a little bit quicker on these. Patriot tractor skin is the tractor. Farmer on the tractor. Got United States flags. Cool United States paint job with the star. And a red MAGA hat, which is an interesting idea. Description says the skin allows the tractor to move super fast, delivering the required items. So it sounds like it's going to be a movement speed boost to tractors. If they did come out with this NFT, it might conflict with Miranda's skins, which can be a little bit problematic, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it won't conflict at all. We don't know the movement speed boost. It doesn't say percentages here, but it definitely sounds like movement speed boost. That's really all I can say about this NFT in terms of utility. In terms of aesthetics, it's I actually don't think it's a good idea to get political on these NFTs. Like, even have workers that wear you know, like the MAGA hat, because you're getting politics into the game. I don't actually think that's a good idea. Regardless if you're in favor for it or not, I don't really care personally, but like I would think it's gonna split the community if you start getting political with the game. I just don't think it's a good idea. Iron Nate says maybe these are for May Mayhem and 4th of July. 4th of July, I would it would make sense. You're right. I actually thought they were for President's Day. They could be for 4th of July. You're not wrong. May Mayhem, I'm not sure. Hey, now says Nacho stirs the pot, wakes up the community at least. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. Like the NFTs aren't official, they're not confirmed, and I guarantee you there's way more shelved NFTs that I'm sure they haven't minted to get Gala chain. It is interesting that they at least minted these on Gala chain, right? Because like we can see the information here. But yeah, let's look at the other Patriot skins. There's one for the ATV. This one's epic, right? The other one's rare. Interesting. Yeah, Patriot TV skin, epic. About the same description. The skin allows the the tractor to move fast. Well, the description's definitely wrong. But I would imagine it allows the ATV to move faster, right? That's it. This one's well, there's no MAGA hat on this one, but whatever. Okay, let's move on to the other one. It's farmer skin. Patriot farmer skin. It's the farmer. Still has the MAGA hat. Has the United States flag on his uniform. Uncommon. Allows the farmer to move super fast. There we go. And I think it's only the farmer, so it probably won't work on the tractor. And let's look at the last one. Well, not the last one, but the last Patriot one that I know of. Rancher. Says it's rare. Allows the rancher to move super fast. Probably only the rancher. There we go. What May Mayhem? We won't know anything about May Mayhem until the end of April, I think. Like, it could happen, it could not happen. I think it will, but like May Mayhem hasn't been interesting in like 3 years, unfortunately. Art went backwards. What do you mean? Like it's not good? Well, I don't know. I can't really tell with just the workers quality wise. So like the new NFTs that they come out with, I think the majority of them look good. These in particular, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because we don't know if they're coming out yet or whatnot, or if they'll change. But that's the Patriot skins. There was another one that was odd, and it's called the Beach House. It says it's a legendary NFT. The description is very vague though. It says the stunning beach house will elevate your farm with a beautifully unique and irreplaceable design, adding an unmatched sense of charm and character. It's like a bunch of buzzwords. It doesn't say any utility on there, so no idea what it could possibly do. And I have no idea if this is a reference to anything. If you guys know what it's referencing, let me know. Or if it's just a generic beach house. I think I've only seen beach houses in like TV or movies. My name is Jeff says there might be a set bonus for these. Possibly? I don't know since it's not confirmed. Rock says, what will happen to the 8th rule if they introduce the political NFTs? Can you clarify what you mean by the 8th rule? Are you talking about some kind of rule thing on Gala? Or is that something else? I think you are referencing Gala rules, right? No political or religious discussions. We respect your opinions and beliefs, but take political and religious discussions elsewhere. I think that's what you're referencing, Discord rules. I don't know, Rog. I have no idea. I can tell you that right now some people talk about political stuff on the Gala Games Discord and nobody really cares. Like, I personally don't care. I don't think any of the staff's gonna ban you for it, but who knows? I don't think anybody cares about political talk right now, but it technically is against the Gala Discord rules, I guess. Looks like Mar-a-Lago. That's Mar-a-Lago. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know the reference. Let me Google it. In Florida. Or Mar-a-Lago is a resort and national historic landmark on the Berry Island in Palm Beach, Florida, United States. Yeah, kinda. I got this from the wiki. Okay, and like, what does it do? I have no idea why somebody came up with this, but whatever, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That one's really confusing. So there might be more, but that's the only ones that I've known about, and I'm pretty sure Nacho did leak most of these or all of them. I'm not sure if he actually did all of them, but most of them he did mention on Discord for us to look up or to at least know about them. Because yeah, even Nacho's concerned about the Bell, especially. Most of these probably aren't even that much of a concern, but the Bell specifically is the one that is alarming to people. This Trump's homepage? Really? Hey now removes 10k out of your bank account every 5 minutes. That's funny. Oh, really? I actually did not know that. Wow. Okay. No wonder. Okay, so it kind of is political too. It's really interesting, like the idea of these collection of NFTs. Dave says it reduces construction time. I would believe it, but for a legendary NFT, I think that'd be a stupid utility to have. We got a MAGA Trumper in the art department. Yeah, probably. It's interesting, like the approach they had to that collection, right? With the political attachment to it. Because I don't think we've ever had that before. The Stars and Stripes is not political, in my opinion. This was it not a 4th of July NFT? I believe it was. United States flag? Nothing wrong with that. Everybody can get around that. Well, I would hope so. But yeah, these new ones have like they're more for like one side, you know. But well, anyways, that's all I had to show you for, you know, those NFTs. I'm gonna get started on placing down all the NFTs I have on here for the daily challenge. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on those NFTs that we just looked at. I'm actually surprised I still have gas. I thought I was gonna run out. I put my dragon just in case, but I guess I didn't need to. GG, I recommend that Democrats do not buy them. You know, maybe they'll be shelved forever. Maybe they won't even come out. Shanrat says, is Gala going to start tariffing players outside of the USA? That'd be horrible. I was wondering, like, is there somebody that works for like the government that's now part of the Townstar team or something? Like, it's just weird. Does Trump know about Townstar? Is he gonna mention it? Make Townstar great again? I know that that's what Nibble wants to hear. Vanilla Sand's gonna get some use again for the next competition. Cream bots and water towers. Yeah. They want Trump to talk about Gala. Maybe. Yeah. And what do you think that would even accomplish, though? Hey Now says Benefactor is hanging with RFK, so I hear. I've also heard that too. Yeah. Which is it is interesting, like that. Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. Like, I'm sure Benefactor wants to somehow get the government involved with Gala or Gala Chain, like that. That would probably look good for Gala Chain. I don't know exactly how. I'm not like crypto smart enough to give you guys an explanation on that, but it probably would look good. Like, it would probably get a lot of attention for Gala and Gala Chain. Can't really tell you if it's negative or positive attention, but it would give it would sure give some attention. Coinman says, so glad it's a competition. I don't have to buy an NFT to be competitive. GG says Ben met RFK one time on the dog walking path. What? Hey Now, Benefactor, the epitome of health. Well, yeah, I don't know. What else do I need? Bots? Cream bots? Oh, that's never gonna happen, GG. Gala Health, new coin. I'm not sure. I know, like Benefactor was tweeting some stuff about some big news. I'm not sure what like the big news could be. I also know that they are close, if not already done, with the Gala Chain bridge to Solana. Because I'm pretty sure by now it's public. Like, some of this stuff gets talked about in Gala Gold, which according to the rules we're not supposed to talk about outside of Gala Gold, right? But I'm pretty sure he's mentioned it publicly on his Twitter or X or something by now. And same thing kind of happened with the Gala Chain bridge to Bitroo or something, right? Like, that was talked about for a while. Actually, it was talked about for months. A couple months back, they were already talking about how they're gonna work on getting Gala Chain to exchanges like Bitroo and what's the big one? Binance, which I don't know if that's happened yet. Probably not. I would like to see one for Coinbase, because I would think most of the people in the United States use Coinbase, because United States users can't use Binance or other ones. It's illegal. We're not allowed. Am I missing? I'm missing some stuff. What happened to Ton? I don't know. Is Ton that one thing you get from the clicker games? I don't even play those clicker games. Fountains, weed stands, the Express Depot, Snake Tower. Hey, there's a bunch of freaking soil there, or yeah, it's spoiled soil. I already put the fountains. Whoops. Solana, the new home for all rug bulls. Sounds like it. I'm sure every couple of minutes somebody comes up with a new token, tries to hype it up, or they pay a celebrity to hype it up or something, but it never goes well. That's it. I have several NFTs being lent out to guild members, of course, to help them out with the competition that just ended. Snake Tower is the only one I haven't placed. So sometimes I forget what I'm supposed to place down here and whatnot. That should be everything. I'll wait a minute just in case I remember. Yeah, that's a good question. Let me pull up the visualizer. For any of you out there asking what visualizer I use townstarplanner.online. There is a link to it in the description of the streams and my videos. That's the one I recommend. You can also use the new Townstar build-up one, which works very well as well. A little bit different on the formatting of stuff, but it still works. Let me make a new one test. For sure, if anybody still has any questions, let me know. Let me actually respond to this message first. Let me take a screenshot. Haunted Maze Zone. Where can we find a good calculator link for Townstar? I mean, to be honest, the only calculator I use is, like GG says in the planner itself, there's a calculator here. Do I have the new item yet? What was it? Fragrance diffuser? I don't think it's on here. Oh, it is. It is on here. There's the craft requirements for fragrance diffuser, total craft requirements. This is like the only calculator I use. I know some people have more advanced calculator or calculator spreadsheets, which help them figure out like approximately how much buildings you'll need and all that, but I don't use that. DeFi says visualizer are a great resource. Not sure how we'd do without it. For sure. Yeah. Helps out so much. And yeah, I can paste a link to it on the chat. Should be popping up. It's also going to be on the description of the streams and the videos. What did I want to show? Oh yeah, I was answering a question for somebody on DMs, but I did want to point out, well, first of all, big shout out to the person who actually works on this visualizer, or the people. I do know who it is. They want to stay anonymous for various reasons, but like they'll still read. If you guys have any suggestions for the visualizer, just post them on my Discord and the Townstar chat, and I'm pretty sure they'll read them, and if not, I'll tag them in DMs or something to see if they know about it. But they're doing a great job keeping this up to date and adding more quality of life features to this. Do any of these have subgrid? This one does have a subgrid, GG. You can change the snap grid over here, as it's called, to anything you need, up to 64 by 64. I like to keep it at 16 by 16 and then hold shift Sorry, hold control. By holding control, it temporarily moves it up 1, so it goes from 16 to 16 by 32 by 32. That's how I like to do it. Just holding control. That way it's kind of easy to place stuff down. The build hub one also has a subgrid. The only one that doesn't have subgrid that's useful or being used right now as well is the NLO planner. That one does not have subgrid, but people still use it. It's still good. Alex says, Dub, what kind of utility in the new NFTs do you think would be beneficial for the game? Which new NFTs are you referring to? Like the rumored ones that I was talking about that aren't officially confirmed, or what do you mean? I'm not exactly sure what you meant. Hey now says it's Nacho for what? Like the one working on this? No, it's not. But even if it was, I wouldn't tell you. But nah, it's not. Cool, yeah. Right, so the question I answered on DM, and some quality of life stuff that happened here. So like the haunted mazes, whenever you place them all down, it'll double their effects, right? So haunted maze zone 1 gives 3 nectar. Let me just put down some fields here so you can see it. Just like that. There's also a bunch of settings you can mess with on the visualizer to, you know, change the way it looks and stuff to something more appealing to you. I already have it in a way that I like to use it. But you can see Haunted Maze Zone 1 gives 3 passive nectar, right? So if you want to use the Haunted Maze Zones that have double the effect because you have them all placed down, you want to use the ones over here that say set. So there's the regular ones, and then there's the set ones. Set 1, set zone 1, set zone 2, set zone 3, set zone 4. These are the ones that have double the radius. So set zone 1 is nectar, but it has double the radius, so it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 nectar, as you can see. So that's the how you use the haunted maze zones on the visualizer with double their effects. So from my understanding, I think haunted maze zone 3 is bugged, right? Positive salty, other one is salty. Maybe it's not. Maybe it got fixed. They're a genius. Yeah, I believe that's actually how it works. It works correctly. Awesome. Yeah, it must have gotten fixed at some point. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that works. That is how it's supposed to work. Let me actually check the regular one. The regular one that doesn't have double the effects should just be 2 radius. There we go. Yeah, that actually works. So that's great. They made this change a few weeks back, but I'm just explaining it now just in case some people don't know about it. If you use Diamond Charge Station for those top players out there, that it doubles the effects of passive energy from power plants, nuclear power, and NFTs. So you can see we have a power plant that has there you go. Energy. Let's do that. There you go. Power plant with the diamond charge station. Instead of 3 passive energy, it's 6 passive energies. You can see. Nuclear power with diamond charge station up to 8 passive energy, and same goes for all of the energy NFTs out there. Solar panels, Tesla coils, they all work with the diamond charge station. Similar thing or same thing for diamond pump. You have the water pump with the diamond, right? So that one has double radius on the water drum. Same thing for the aquifer. You can see right there, double, right? Oh, there, double. And same thing with the rare water pump. That should double it to 6.3. There you go, 6.3. Amazing quality of life, helps people plan out their builds with the correct amount of passive energy, water drums, clay lumps, nectar, positive, salty, radius, all that stuff. It's amazing. There might have been other stuff that was recently added that I can't quite remember, but the person or the people who are editing this are doing a great job, or is doing a great job. And some of you know who it is or who they are, but yeah. And it's not me. I've seen some people say that. No, I'm already busy working on videos and the Town Star playbook. I don't know how to mess with this. But yeah, there we go. Let's see if there's anything else, but that's probably gonna be it. I don't really have any specific suggestions on the next build, like in terms of no NFT. Not right now. I mean, like your gas setup, you're gonna want it next to the mountain. You can have your power plants give passive energy to the mines. I know that. You're gonna have red timer sand mines. I don't really have any specific advice that could help you. I imagine it's just gonna be a bunch of tractors, vanilla fields, and peppermint fields, and at the very least, they don't care about shade. Alex says, I meant what kind of new NFTs would you like to see released in game, and what utility should they have to not break the balance? It is a good question. And if they were to actually be released, I would have to put in a lot of thought into them, because it's very, very difficult to release new NFTs that wouldn't devalue or break the game balance or in any way. Like that's a full-time job right there, and that's why they hire somebody in Gala to do it, which whether they're probably not doing a very good job at it, but who knows. I don't really, at the top of my head, I don't really have any specific suggestions. I don't really like to think about that stuff. I know for the Beehive, I've said this before, but that Beehive NFT sucks. They should have made it so that it doesn't require, or it requires one less lumber. It would be, that's as close as you get to like lumber stand. But you know, like corrupted limestone and chromium stands are kind of already like lumber stands, since you don't need to make them. Same thing with Stylen rides. You don't need to make iron. Iron requires lumber. It's kind of like a lumber stand. So they should have made the Beehive not require lumber. There's one idea, I guess. They could come out with the legendary Beehive that doesn't require any lumber. I guarantee you people will buy it, for sure. Not everybody, but I guarantee you some people will buy it. I will probably buy one or two. Of course, it depends on the price, so maybe I'm lying. But an NFT like that, sure. And I don't think it would break the game. Sure, lower lumber requirement, right? But limestone and chromium stand already do that. Same thing with silent rides. So there's an idea. I don't really want to think about other ideas. It's not my job to give Gala ideas on that kind of stuff. It's just if we think the utility of a new NFT could be very game breaking, we should speak up for sure. John says how much dirt you have. I can actually tell you. Let me go check. I have a lot. I am almost certain I have more than 10k. So let me check. On average, I will receive about 100 dirt per day that I do my daily challenge. There is about once a month, I honestly forget to do the daily challenge, so I miss out on 100 dirt. That is probably painful to hear, but it just happens. Gala needs help from someone for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, no, I can actually click on it. All right, well, I'm not going to show you, but I am going to tell you. I have 10,448 dirt. If the conversion rate that we were given a long time ago, I forgot who gave it to us. Maybe it was Riant, and Riant doesn't work for Gala anymore. But if you guys remember, the conversion rate that they told us was gonna be for every 1 dirt, you're gonna get 100 soil. So my 10,400 dirt would then be converted to 1,400,000 soil. Let me double check the math. That is right? Yeah. 1,448,000 soil is what I should have if that conversion rate is true. It's a lot of soil. That snake NFT is cool. It's a shame they had 0 jewelry messages. They sold it. You're absolutely freaking right. And like, it's actually good utility. Don't get me wrong, man. That's kind of the reason why some of us bought it, because like the utility is there. All we need is a jewelry meta to use it for. Like, this one's a no-brainer if you like jewelry metas, but we've not used it. So that is disappointing. I really should have reconsidered that. Yeah, I am dirty. 1 million soil. Right, so I should be a millionaire by the time the soil conversion stuff goes out. The soil millionaire, exactly. Sounds awesome. So is that a lot? Let's look at the NFT upgrade stuff first. Yeah, might as well. Might be the last thing we discuss here, unless somebody has other questions. But I have a page for this on the Townstar Playbook. This is based on information we were given from a previous light paper. We're still awaiting a more up-to-date light paper with more information, but at the very least, we were given this info. So there's going to be soil and there's going to be upgrade materials. We barely know anything about upgrade materials other than how many you'll need to upgrade an NFT to the next level. So the new NFTs are supposed to be upgradable. They'll start at level 1, they'll go to level 20. Upgrading them to level 2 will require 700 soil, which is, I guess, 7 dirt. If you have 7 dirt, you'll be able to upgrade to level 2, but you'll also need these materials. 52 red common, 40 green common, 32 blue common. We have no idea how to get these materials right now. Well, I guess there's some speculations, right? You will probably get one of the colors from competition rewards on top of the Gala rewards. You will probably get one of them from daily challenge rewards on top of your soil or dirt reward. I guess at the time it would be soil by the time this comes out. And the other ones, no idea. It is possible that they could come out with some kind of referral program or social program where you'll get materials that way. That would kind of be unfair if they would restrict one of the materials to only like referrals or some crap, and I think it would be abused, so that's probably not a good idea. Otherwise, I'm not exactly sure how you would get the third material. Also, well, that's not really true, but also, these materials, more than likely, you will be able to buy them for soil directly from the Gala game store. I can almost guarantee you that, because that's how they did it for spider tanks. I'm sure you'll be able to spend a certain amount of soil to get materials. That way you won't have to grind out the daily challenges or the competitions for certain materials, right? There's also different rarities of materials. There's uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, of course. I speculate, since it's not confirmed, but I speculate you can convert a certain amount of commons into an uncommon, and then a certain amount of uncommons into a rare, and etc. I don't know if this system is even necessary, but that's what they've shared so far. And assuming you got all the materials just from grinding the game, to get an NFT to max level, it would cost 155,000 soil and 500. So I technically have enough soil to max out 6 NFTs, or closer to 7, probably more by the time this whole system comes out. But I don't have the materials. I don't know how much soil all of these materials would cost. This is how many materials you need to get an NFT to level 20. All of this, bunch of stuff. I'm not going to read it out. Who knows how much soil would cost if you were to buy all those directly? Maybe like 1 million. Who knows? If that's the case, I'd only have enough to instantly max out 1 NFT. Even after all my soil collecting, dirt collecting, whatever you want to call it. After all these months, just 1 NFT max out. Maybe. It's all speculations, hard to tell. So it sounds like a good sync the way they're doing it so far, but we don't have all the information, so it's kind of pointless to say that. It doesn't matter until this whole system's out. So yeah, I have a lot of soil. I'm a soil millionaire. Maybe I can max out one NFC, but we'll see how that works out. In terms of trying to speculate how much soil would cost, honestly, if soil even costs 1 cent, I would be absolutely thrilled. 1 million soil at 1 cent, that would be 10K, right? To some of you, sounds like a bunch. To some, it sounds like I wasted my time for doing daily challenges for a couple months. I don't think so. But I also don't think it'll be worth 1 cent per soil. It will probably be worth less than that starting out. In the future, anything could happen, right? But starting out, like the initial start price, I doubt it's even going to be 1 cent per soil. I just highly, highly doubt it. Not saying it's impossible, and I'd be really happy if it was, but I have my doubts. Yeah, because if it turns out to be not, sorry, did I say 1 cent per soil? I meant 1 cent per dirt. I'm sorry. Right? No, one cent per soil. My bad. Sorry, I'm getting all mixed up. 1 cent per soil. That's 1 million soil would be 10K. Right. My speculation. I need to stop talking before I start confusing myself and other people watching. New Era. Thanks for following. Appreciate that. Following on Twitch. There we go. Because I stream on YouTube and Twitch. That's right. That is right. Multi-stream. Anybody have any other questions? Otherwise, that's probably all I had to talk about. And I do plan on making a no NFT build showcase for the fragrance diffuser. I wouldn't expect it to be that complicated. Doesn't mean it's going to be amazing, but it will work. It will for sure do something. It will for sure make the fragrance diffusers. And it will probably get people top 1200. But that's probably it. I'll start working on mine later tonight. I'm also working on getting footage for an upcoming video in the near future. Yeah, hope everyone's doing good. And thanks for hanging out. For you too, Rachel. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. Hit the like on the way out. Appreciate that, everybody. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll see you all later. As always, I'll be on Discord. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.